Good morning, I'm Jon Thelen. Today on Fish Ed, we're up on Red Lake, and this is one of the hottest bites going this spring, and this does this every single year, and we're going to show you a couple different ways to catch them. Stay right where you're at. Fish Ed's coming up. I bit it right on that turn. I just swung the boat along this ledge and this guy nailed it. And that's one of the things you do at this time of year on Red Lake with your crankbaits, is you look for those transition areas in depth. And that's what we found right here. And that's where these fish are sitting. And that right there is the perfect eater-sized Red Lake fish. But what we're doing here today is a little bit different than most of the people you're gonna see around us. What we're doing is we're pulling cranks, and if there's one thing I can tell you, it's that you should not be intimidated about pulling cranks early in the year. Look what that fish did. He just ate that whole crankbait right down. He's aggressive enough to come up and hit it. And the reason he's so aggressive is the spawn's done. And they've now moved out onto this first ledge. Once they get here, all they do is eat. And one of the best ways I know to catch them is to go straight after him with an aggressive bait like a crankbait. Because all said and done, this fish, he has no problem eating something aggressive. He's looking for something that's just racing by him. There we go. Throw him right in the live well. That's just fun right there though. Here's the thing, those fish, they were up there spawning not too long ago. And when they slide out, what happens is they'll get right on that break. And if you can bring a fast moving bait past them, like a crankbait, and what we're using today is a river rocker. And what makes this thing just so effective is the fact that when I come by, it's got this action that is kind of a tight, hard wobble. And then all I'm doing is I'm picking colors that are mimicking the bait in the system. And right now, these fish are all feeding on shiners. Those shiners are up shallow, and these fish are all eating them. And that right there, that emerald shiner color, boy, I'll tell you what, you catch fish all day with a lure like that. This is actually called green pirate, but it looks just like an emerald shiner, and all of a sudden, that thing will just catch fish for you. Let's get back in the water and get some more. There's one. Boy, is it neat when you can just dial these fish up to a point where you can just almost count on a bite happening when you put your boat and those crankbaits right in the right spot. That's another good eye there. But that spot is right along this ledge, and sometimes the easiest way to fish a spot like this is with crankbaits. And if you watch what I'm doing here, all I'm doing is I'm curving and I'm swerving back and forth, and I'm swinging the boat right over this ledge time and time again. I always set stuff on the side of the boat, and I get pretty lucky most of the time. I haven't lost anything in a long time, but I almost knocked my own sunglasses in there. But fish like this, when they get done with that spawn, you know, we were talking about it earlier, you get that flat up there where they all spawn, and when they get out to this edge, they stay pretty tight right in there. So if I'm able to run a crankbait like a river rocker that runs really tight, put it right behind the boat, and just keep swinging along just like this, what you find is you're constantly bringing that bait into the zone. It'll bang bottom a little bit when I get up on the shallow side, and then as I swing it out, it'll actually slide right off and then run clean. And those fish will hit it going both directions. There's times I'll get them when I come up and start banging that bottom, and then the next time when I come through, I might get them right when I get done banging bottom and it goes out off the edge. That's a great eye right there. Man, that's just a lot of fun. Let that guy go because we're gonna get plenty of fish today. That right there is just just a ton of fun and an example of what you can do with crankbaits in the spring. You look around today, we're the only ones pulling cranks. Everybody else is pitching jigs, they're working really, really slow. But fish like that one, they're getting aggressive and they're ready to eat. Get out of here, buddy. There he goes. This goes to show there are all shapes and sizes up in here. Fun little fish to catch. There's another one. Oh yeah. This time of year is neat too because these fish, not only are they aggressive, but man, when they hit a crank, because we're in shallow water, they fight. This isn't like later in the year when they're gonna be down deeper and it feels like you're just kind of dragging it up. I mean, these fish will fight at this time of the year. That's another good one. In fact, that one might be an eater. See if we can get him in here. Did everything in my power to miss him too. That right there is just a fast way to catch fish too. You know, that's the other thing about pulling cranks, is when you look at the fact we're covering ground and we're getting to fish, but it's a fast way to fish. I'm moving fast enough that I get past one biter, I find another one. I get past that next biter and then I find another one. And you can actually, I mean, you look at the pass we're on right now here, we're just getting them one after another. And that's because now that we finally got it all dialed in, it's becoming pretty easy to get them one after another. Let's measure that guy. Hairbag, we'll let him go. I'll tell you what, that is a ton of fun. If you get the chance, get up here to Red Lake, because I'll tell you what, there's a great bite going on. And right now, you can come up here and you can catch fish pretty much any way you want. You can pitch jigs, you can come up here, you control crawler harnesses, or you can do what we're doing today, you control cranks, and you can get them pretty doggone fast. I mean, we've put in a couple hours here this morning, and we're just getting them one after another. So get up here, take a shot at this. It's just a ball. And you know what? There is good fishing that's gonna be had here, especially trolling cranks, for the next 4 to 5 weeks. I mean, this fishery right now is so strong and it's so loaded with fish. So come on up to Red, give it a shot. Pick up some river rockers on your way up, set up and troll some crankbaits. You'll catch a lot of fish. I'm Jon Thelen. We'll catch you next time on Fish Head.